Roadrunners finished second in the league with a 16-4 record. This left them only 1 point behind the first-place team from Port Moody. Their second-place finish in the regular season play gave them home rink advantage for the provincial qualifying rounds. The first round was a best-of-3 series against Port Coquitlam. The Roadrunners were unstoppable in the opening game, defeating PoCo 16-3. The second game was in Port Coquitlam and was a close game right to the end. But the Roadrunners were finally victorious with a 9-8 win. The second qualifying series was again a best-of-3 games with the winner advancing to the provincial playoffs. The Roadrunners were up against an old rival from the regular season, Burnaby. The two teams played a very similar style of game, and the Roadrunners knew they were in for a tough series. The opening game was played on the Roadrunners' home rink and was a seesaw battle all the way. The lead changed hands 5 times during the contest, and it was only in the dying minutes that Burnaby finally pulled away and secured a 13-11 victory. This left Richmond in a must-win situation, with the second game set to be played on Burnaby's home rink. A defeat here would eliminate the Roadrunners from the provincial playoffs. The Roadrunners knew what they had to do, and from the opening face-off they were on fire. Burnaby tried several times to mount a comeback, but Richmond played to a comfortable 16-10 win. The third and final game of the series was back in the Roadrunners' home arena, and although Burnaby played a tough game, Richmond was not to be denied a victory. The final score was Roadrunners 10, Burnaby 6. And the Roadrunners were on their way to the provincial finals. The Provincials consisted of 2 qualifying games, with the top 2 teams advancing to the gold medal game. The Roadrunners' first game was against the team who had beaten them for first in regular season play, Port Moody. The Roadrunners knew that to win the gold they would have to beat Port Moody, and they came to the arena ready to play. The Steamers seemed confident that they could again relegate the Roadrunners to second place, but Richmond had their eyes on the gold. The Roadrunners played what had become their trademark, a fast-paced, quick-breaking style of game. They simply out-hustled the Steamers and defeated them 10-5. The Juan Fuca team also dispatched Port Moody, and that left them and Richmond assured of a berth in the gold medal game. When the two teams took to the floor for their second qualifying game, they knew it was to be a preview of the gold medal final. It was a hard-fought game with both teams playing at the top of their capabilities. The game surged back and forth for the entire 3 periods, with both teams wanting the advantage of a win over the other heading into the gold medal game. The Roadrunners managed to hold off Juan Fuca's last charge and won the game 9-8, setting the stage for the provincial final. Sunday, August 6, 1989. Time, 10 a.m. Place, Port Coquitlam Rec Center. The gold medal game was played on a hot August morning before a standing room crowd. Both teams were anticipating a close game after the contest they had fought the day before. The Roadrunners jumped into an early lead, scoring 3 unanswered goals, 2 from number 5 Darcy Dagan and 1 from number 27 Jay Haranga. Juan Fuca was not about to give up, and they responded with 2 quick goals, the second one coming while they were short-handed to cut the Roadrunners' lead to 1. Jay restored Richmond's lead to 2 goals, making it a 4-2 contest, and the game was shaping up to be a high-scoring shootout. Roadrunners goalie number 39, Methot, was playing one of his best games. But with only minutes left in the first period, Juan Fuca scored 2 more quick goals, and the game was a tie at 4. Then, with only seconds to go, number 11, Kris Gilfillan, fires a hard shot from the point, and the Roadrunners leave the period with a 5-4 lead. The second period opened at a fast pace with the game going end to end. But Juan Fuca was pressing hard, and at the 8:44 mark, they tie the game at 5. Then, just 25 seconds later, they score again and take the lead at 6-5. And at 9:54, they score their third unanswered goal in 70 seconds to take a 2-goal lead. The Roadrunners then settle down and apply pressure to the Juan Fuca club. And at the 12-minute mark, number 5, Darcy Dagan breaks out and brings his club back to within 1 goal. The battle rages back and forth. Then with 7:02 left in the period, Lee is leveled by a vicious cross-check. Shapka retaliates and draws a 2-minute roughing penalty. But the Juan Fuca player draws a 2 for roughing and a 5-minute major. This will leave the Juan Fuca club short-handed for the last 5 minutes of the period. Lee returns to the net and is tested early, but doesn't seem to suffer any ill effects from the incident. Then, with 2:58 left in the period, number 24, Jerome Schmidt, ties the game at 7. The Roadrunners continue to press, but the period ends in a tie. As the third period began, it was a new game. Both teams had shown that they were capable of generating explosive offenses. The Roadrunners opened the scoring just 39 seconds into the period to take an 8-7 lead on Kris Gilfillan's second goal of the game. Then, at the 5:01 mark, number 30, Daniel Plante, puts the Roadrunners ahead by 2 with his first goal. And just 8 seconds later, Haranga completes his hat trick to put Richmond ahead 10-7. As they had done in the first period, the Roadrunners have jumped into a fast 3-goal lead. But Juan Fuca responds as they did in the first period, with 2 quick goals just 6 seconds apart and 17 seconds after Richmond had taken their 3-goal lead. The score was 10-9. Again, it was a 1-goal game with about 5 minutes to go. Now, instead of trying to protect their lead, the Roadrunners were pressing, trying to score an insurance marker. Every rush Juan Fuca made down the floor, the crowd was on the edge of their seats. One successful rush would again tie the game and possibly shift the momentum to Juan Fuca's favor. Then Daniel Plante takes a pass from Darcy Dagan and scores his second goal. With only 16 seconds left in the game, Richmond now has an 11-9 lead. The last few seconds tick away. And then the final buzzer sounds, and the Roadrunners have won the gold. In addition to their gold medals, number 27, Haranga, is awarded the game MVP. Number 5, Darcy Dagan, and number 11, Kris Gilfillan, are selected to the first All-Star team, and Darcy receives the tournament MVP award. But the road doesn't end here. In 3 days, the battle for the national title will be starting. everyone arrived in Victoria on Tuesday for the opening ceremonies, where all the teams were introduced. The tournament was to be held over the next 6 days with 1 game a day scheduled. The Level 2 teams were split into 2 flights, with the top teams from each flight set to play for the gold. The Roadrunners were slotted in the A flight, along with their rivals from Juan de Fuca, while the Roadrunners' regular season rivals Burnaby and Port Coquitlam were in the B flight.
Was any indication?
Richmond's first game was with Juan de Fuca, the team they had beaten 3 days earlier for the provincial gold.
Jerome Schmidt works his way in and they score. Richmond right off the bat.
The Roadrunners again strike fast, but number 24, Jerome Schmidt, scores 20 seconds into the game.
Richmond assumes a very early 1-0 lead, only about 20 seconds into the first.
But with the game only a minute old, Juan de Fuca ties the score at 1.
Start for Richmond and their opening game in this championship. Juan de Fuca wins the draw. Number 12, Ryan Mulfellner, gets it back to Merault. Merault has the ball, trying to work his way in. Gets past a couple defenders, takes a shot, he scores! Josh Merault for Juan de Fuca ties this game at 1.
Then, at the 7-minute mark, number 1, Kris Briggs, puts Richmond back into the lead. And then Jerome scores his second goal to make it a 3-1 game. With 8 minutes left to go in the period, Juan de Fuca scores their second goal to pull back within 1. And before the period ends, they tie the score at 3. The score remains tied until 11 minutes into the second period when Juan de Fuca takes a 4-3 lead.
By Irwin breaking loose, coming down the floor on a breakaway. Shot, he scores! Ryan Irwin for Juan de Fuca. And he gives his team a 4-3 lead. Now, Jerome Schmidt, a dangerous threat for Richmond.
Then, number 11, Chris Sellers scores to tie the game again.
Number 5, Darcy Dagan, and his shot doesn't find the net, and they score. The ball came back. He couldn't get it. Shapka picks it up, takes a shot, bounce shot.
Number 27, Jay Haranga scores to put the Roadrunners back in front, 5-4.
And he can't clear it out, so Richmond pouring on the pressure here, and here's a break. A shot, they score. Jay Haranga puts it home for Richmond, and now they take a 5-4 corner with Haranga.
Then, number 22, Kris Gilfillan adds another goal to put Richmond in front by 2 going into the third period.
He's being checked by Hansen, gets away from him. Now being checked by Irwin, but gets it back. And they score through the legs.
With 8.5 minutes to go in the third period, number 5, Darcy Dagan, breaks away and puts Richmond in front 7-4.
Holloway being watched there, and he's intercepted. Racing down the floor now for Richmond on the breakaway is Darcy Dagan, and he scores! Darcy Dagan scores for Richmond. The team is working in for Haranga. It's a shot by
4 minutes later, Juan Fuca pulls back within 2 goals. And 30 seconds after that, they score again to make it 7-6.
Breaks loose. A 2-on-1 break for Juan Fuca. Fellner, he scores! 7-5. Yoneda now for Richmond, behind his own net, watched by Brian Irwin. And it's Juan Fuca's ball. Irwin. Still has it, being checked by Paul Shapka. Shapka's still after him. Irwin spins around, takes a shot, stop is made, rebound, they score! Mike Hansen on the rebound, the ball came back out, and Hansen was Johnny on the
spot. The Roadrunners try to hold on to their lead, but with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go, Juan Fuca scores the tying goal. Hansen
in front, and Lyle Robinson takes a shot that goes wide. Another opportunity, they score! Juan Fuca ties it up as Kevin Day puts it home with only 1 minute and 3 seconds to go.
The score remains 7-7, and both teams have to settle for a single point. Game 2 was against Victoria-Esquimalt. The Roadrunners had no trouble dispatching the host city team by a score of 8-3 to secure 2 more points. Juan Fuca also won their game to remain tied with Richmond at 3 points. The only other team in the Roadrunners' flight to remain undefeated after 2 days' play was Edmonton. They had won both of their games and were ahead of Richmond and Juan Fuca with 4 points.
In the black and the Roadrunners in the red uniforms. Richmond to our broadcast right, Edmonton to our broadcast left. In goal for the Selects, pick number 94, Clayton Robertson, and between the pipes for Richmond and Lee Methot. And the team is now ready here at the opening face-off.
The Edmonton squad was by far the largest team in the tournament. If the Roadrunners were to have a shot at the gold, they knew this game was a must-win situation. The Richmond squad knew they couldn't outmuscle Edmonton, so their game plan was to play a fast-paced style in an attempt to neutralize Edmonton's size. Edmonton opened the scoring early in the first period.
Go now in the first period. That's Jason Thompson. Thompson coming in, backhand scores. Jason Thompson. And the Selects get the game's first goal. Pretty one by.
The Roadrunners settle down and get their passing game working. Then, number 27, Jay Haranga, ties the game at 1 goal apiece.
Dagan coming in. Off to his right, they score. Jay Haranga.
Edmonton's size is a factor, but they draw a penalty. And on the power play, Jay scores his second goal to put Richmond in front.
Down. My sticking was the call. So Richmond goes in the power play with 5:55 to go in the opening period. A 1-all tie between these two unbeaten teams. Scott Ichiiwa carries the ball over the blue line, then lost it. The Selects short-handed on a bit of a break here with Thompson. Can't do anything with it. The Roadrunners now with their captain, number 5, Darcy Dagan. Feeds it out in front, they score! Jay Haranga.
Edmonton comes right back and ties the game.
Gets past a couple of Richmond players, takes a shot, and they score! Sean Barr.
Then, late in the period, number 33, James Yoneda, scores to put Richmond back in front, 3-2.
Yoneda coming in, scores!
Edmonton ties the game in the second period.
Sharuga, as Howard moves into the slot area, and Howard picks it up, shoots, scores! Oh, nice goal by Scott Howard as he worked his way.
Then, when Richmond is shorthanded with 2 players in the penalty box, Edmonton scores again to take a 4-3 lead into the third period.
The Selects, a shot there by Boldrin, he scores. Dallas Boldrin.
Early in the third period, Edmonton makes a strong rush and scores, but the goal is disallowed.
That's Colin Baptiste. Baptiste one-on-one, comes in, scores. Baptiste. Well, they're not awarding that a goal as he was in the crease area.
Then, midway through the period, number 24, Jerome Schmidt, ties the game.
Schmidt. To Seller. Goes wide. On the rebound, Seller fanned on it. They score! Jerome Schmidt.
But Edmonton comes right back to take a 5-4 lead.
Troy coming in on a partial breakaway. Now he's all alone. Troy scores!
Just as Edmonton manages to kill a 2-man Roadrunner power play, a great passing play sets up Jay's third goal to again tie the game.
Please. Edmonton now at even strength. They score! Jay Haranga.
With 2 minutes left, number 5, Darcy Dagan, breaks out and puts Richmond in front 6-5.
Dagan on the right side. Dagan one-on-one. Shoots, scores!
Edmonton takes another pair of penalties, and Darcy puts the game away with 20 seconds left to give the Roadrunners a 7-5 victory.
Jerome Schmidt. Over to his right to Dagan. Dagan takes a shot, scores! Darcy Dagan bounces it in with just 20 seconds to go, and this one pretty much in the bag now for Richmond, a 7-5 lead.
Fuca also wins their game to stay tied with Richmond at 5 points. Richmond drew Nanaimo as an opponent for their 4th game and had no trouble running up an 11-3 victory. Juan Fuca drew the tough Edmonton squad and managed to post a 5-2 victory to keep pace with the Roadrunners. Since both teams now had 7 points, the standings for Sunday's playoff round were determined by goals for and against. Richmond are in first place with Juan Fuca placing second. After the playoff round is completed, the total points for the winners will determine who advances to the gold medal game. The Roadrunners were matched with Victoria-Esquimalt, and Juan Fuca was playing Nanaimo. There was little doubt both teams would win, so again it was going to come down to goals for and against. Victoria scores the opening goal.
Banging out to neutral territory, taken there by Todd Harper. Harper coming in 1-on-2. That's a shot away, scores! Todd Harper.
Then, off the following face-off, number 24, Jerome Schmidt scores, and Richmond is on the move.
Face-off won by Richmond. That's Jerome Schmidt coming down. Schmidt coming in for a shot. Scores!
Number 11, Kris Seller, is next to add a marker.
Loses it. But it goes back to Richmond. Kris Seller fires, scores!
followed by number 27, Jay Haranga.
Richmond breaking out down the right side. That's Haranga. He's got Dagan on his left. He should score.
Jerome adds his second tally before the first period ends.
He's checked off the ball. Schmidt scores. Jerome Schmidt, his second goal of the period, is now 4-1 for Richmond.
Chris Seller opens the scoring in the second period to give the Roadrunners a 5-1 lead.
Daniel Plante to Seller back to Seller now. Scores. Chris Seller on the pass from Darcy Dagan.
Richmond is really rolling now, and Jay adds his second goal.
Dagan spins around, gets a shot away, and the save is made by Truscott. Great effort there by Darcy Dagan. Haranga scores.
Victoria manages to add one more goal in the second period, but Richmond has the rest of the game to themselves.
Harper on a breakaway. Scores!
Goals are added by Jay, his third.
To Emmanuel. He lost it. Haranga coming in. Scores! Jay Haranga for Richmond. That's his third goal of the game, and it's now 7-2 for the mainland team.
Number 5, Darcy Dagan adds one to end the second period.
The second period, Chris Seller to Dagan, and Dagan's pass, he fanned on it, but he gets it back, scores.
In the third period, Richmond adds 3 more goals. Jerome scores number 3 for his hat trick.
Dagan over to Schmidt. Trying to get a shot away, spins around, penalty coming up here, scores.
And Darcy notches his second marker.
Will remain unbeaten, Jerome Schmidt. Dagan now with a shot, scores.
Jay steals the ball and nets his 4th goal to finish the scoring.
Hit by Jerome Schmidt. Schmidt trying to get a shot away. And the save made on the stick side by Truscott. And Richmond scores. Now 11-2 for the Roadrunners. Jay Haranga.
Fuca's game follows Richmond's, and they have little trouble running up a 14-2 victory over Nanaimo. The two teams are still tied with 11 points apiece, and final positioning is again determined by goals for and against. Richmond just edges out Juan to Fuca on percentage points and secures second spot in the standings. This match is Richmond against Burnaby, who has gone through the B flight undefeated. They'll play for the gold. Juan will play 4th place Port Coquitlam for the bronze. The Roadrunner squad relaxed around the hotel and took in a movie on Sunday afternoon. They seemed quite relaxed and confident. The team wrap-up party was held at Beaver Lake that evening, and as they prepared for Monday afternoon's contest against Burnaby, they had their eyes on the gold. Juan Fuca dispatches Port Coquitlam by a score of 13-3 to secure the bronze medal, and the stage is set for the gold medal game. The talk in the crowd is that Burnaby should have a relatively easy victory over their old rival, the Roadrunners. But no one has bothered to tell Richmond they're not expected to win. The Roadrunners goalie, number 39, Methot, is tested early in the first period when they take a penalty, and he shows that he is in top form. Then, still short-handed, number 5, Darcy Dagan breaks out.
Ball for Burnaby. Takes a cross check. Caprano still with it. In front of the net, Pagliaro. Nice stop by Methot. Ichiiwa has it. In the corner. Being watched by Haranga. Ichiiwa brings it out. And he's knocked off the ball. The Roadrunners now down the floor with Darcy Dagan. Dagan shoots, scores!
Then, number 10, Scott Ichiiwa brings the ball out of his end, executes a perfect pass to number 3, Paul Shapka, and he puts the ball away.
That's Shapka. Shapka coming in. Scores!
The Roadrunners' third goal comes when Darcy outraces Burnaby for the ball and scores his second goal.
They race for it. Dagan for Richmond all alone. Scores!
Late in the third period, number 30, Daniel Plante, gets the ball and works past 4 Burnaby defenders to make the score 4-0 for the Roadrunners going into the second period.
Plante from the slot, fires, scores!
With one man already in the penalty box, Burnaby draws another infraction and Richmond is quick to take advantage. Jay Haranga scores his first goal of the game.
Came in on the short side. A 2-man Richmond power play. Shapka to Haranga, scores!
Burnaby is still short-handed with one player remaining in the penalty box when Darcy scores his hat trick and gives Richmond a 6-0 lead.
To Richmond nonetheless. The shot, they score! Darcy Dagan.
Immediately off the following face-off, number 11, Chris Seller, marches in to add another Richmond marker.
But they don't have a lot to cheer about. Seller comes in for a shot, he scores!
With 9:03 still left to go in the second period, Jay Haranga adds his second goal.
Setting it up for Raga. He brings it in on the short side. Haranga scores!
Daniel Plante adds his second goal to make it a 9-0 game going into the third period.
For the Roadrunners, he tries to barge his way in. He's knocked down. Plante now with it. Gets a shot away, scores! Daniel Plante making it 9-0 Richmond. That's 2 goals for Daniel.
Jay opens the scoring in the third period to make it a 10-0 contest.
Has expired. Roadrunners intercepted. Haranga scores.
Then, while shorthanded, Jerome Schmidt takes the ball, runs it the length of the court, and makes it 11-0.
He's all alone, coming in on McDonald. Scores!
Number 33, James Yoneda, gives the ball to Scott Ichiiwa, and he takes it in to put Richmond's 12th goal on the scoreboard.
Ichiiwa, 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Ichiiwa scores!
Burnaby finally puts a goal in with 4:55 left in the game.
Way through. Has to go into the corner after it now. Back to the point. Bagliaro. Shoots. Scores!
They add another goal from the following face-off.
Toppings carries it in. Passes off. A shot. They score again. Sedgwick.
In the dying minutes of the game, Haranga notches his 4th marker of the game.
Haranga scoops up the rebound. Haranga now breaks in, scores! Four goals for Jay Haranga. That makes it 13-2.
Burnaby manages to score one more goal to make the score 13-3.
Goalkeeper Methot came out for Richmond, but is brought down the floor by Marble. His pass, they score.
That's where the score stays. And the Roadrunners have won the gold.
Briggs falls down, but that will do it. Defeating Burnaby 13-3 in this championship game for level 2. Richmond takes the gold. Burnaby settles for the silver.
Since the regular season has ended, the Roadrunners have an incredible record of 12 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss. Over the entire season at play, they have amassed 28 wins and 1 tie with only 5 losses. Chris Briggs. Number 5, Darcy Dagan. Number 22, Kris Gilfillan. Number 27, Jay Haranga. Number 10, Scott Ichiiwa. Number 39, Lee Methot. Number 30, Daniel Plante. Number 24, Jerome Schmidt. Number 11, Chris Seller. Number 3, Paul Shapka. Number 00, Mike Suric. Number 4, Mark Ticinovic. Number 33, James Yoneda. Number 36, Jason Nosek. Coach, Bob Yoneda. Manager, Don Seller. Assistant coach, Ken Ichiiwa. Assistant coach, Frank Schmidt. Assistant coach, Robbie Yoneda. This squad of valiant warriors have shared their summer both on and off the court, and they have shared in the gold of their province and their country. They have truly walked the road to glory.